Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Tamika. So welcome to the Love Compound, and you already know what today is. It is Keto Sunday. As you can tell by the title, I am going to tell you how I lost 5 pounds in 4 consecutive days with OMAD Keto. If you are interested in this video, please go ahead and subscribe and like, and just continue watching all the way to the end. I am going to show you exactly what I ate day by day and reveal my full body and the exact weight number I am currently at. So stay tuned and don't forget to go ahead and click that subscribe button. OMAD, there's two versions. There is 1 meal a day, or you can do the 2 meal, which is the 2 OMAD. So I'm not going to discuss anything about the 2 OMAD because that is not something that I did. I only experimented with OMAD, which is 1 meal a day. And of course, I was doing keto, so I kept my net carbs down, 20 net carbs. So just keep that in mind. So I'm reading my little notes here. So the reason why I chose to do OMAD is because I was in a plateau. I know you girls hate being in a plateau, and men too. This is not just for women. You hate being in a plateau, and usually you know when you are in a plateau when you have been at that current weight for over a month, and that is exactly where I was. It started from around July all the way for the month of August. I have been in a yo-yo of between 179, 180, 181. The lowest I have gotten within those 2 months was 178. Now, just keep in mind, again, that was my birthday in August, my birthday month. So I did cheat a little bit here and there, but again, my weight never exceeded over 181, which is a good thing because I always try to make sure that when I do cheat that next day, I get right back into keto. I do take urine strips to check my ketones, and my ketone levels have been like a little bit low, and it's very difficult to keep it at that high level of ketones. So what I did for myself, last month I had bought the Perfect Keto, which is the exogenous ketones. I bought that because that will help you get into ketosis, especially when you have a cheat meal. It does take a while to get back into ketosis, but I can tell you that last Wednesday when I started the whole OMAD, I made sure that my body was producing ketones. So I already did all that. And just so you know, I did not take exogenous ketones the whole entire 5 days of being on OMAD. I only did that prior just so I can get my body back into ketosis. So there's 2 different OMADs. Again, 1 meal a day. There is a keto OMAD, which is something that I am doing, and then there is a carb OMAD. So carb OMAD just means that you eat whatever that you want within that 1 meal setting. Just know that you can pick whatever time that you want when you want to do OMAD, but you want to be consistent. I did a little bit of experimenting just to see exactly what times work best for me. For 3 days, from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I did until 4 o'clock, and I thought that 4 o'clock would be reasonable, but I quickly realized by Saturday that 4 o'clock is just way too late in the day. So I decided to change mine to 2 o'clock. So right now, for the past 2 days, yesterday and today, I have been eating my first meal and only meal at 2 p.m. What I ate on OMAD was very simple. I love breakfast and I love dinner. So what I do is I combine those 2 items together. I have a little bit of breakfast and a little bit of my dinner, and I just make it all on one plate. You don't want to overindulge because you're going to get way too full. Just keep in mind that in OMAD, you only have an hour to complete your meal. Only an hour. So do it in increments. Eat your meal. My suggestion, well, as far as what I did was, let's put it like this. So in the morning, pretty much I will have black coffee that will be with a sweetener of my choice that is 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar. And then I will have like a vanilla or a cinnamon bun flavor to put in the coffee just to give it a little sweet taste. And I did not put any cream, no grass-fed butter, none of that in it. It was just straight black coffee with the sweeteners that I added that I already said. and I'll have that in the morning. Then I will eat my meal at 2 o'clock. So my meals pretty much was very simple, as I stated. I didn't put too much on my plate. I did it in increments. I'll eat my meal, and then when I get full, I'll stop, wait, allow myself to burp so I can release some of that and have some little wiggle room to eat the rest of my food. And then I'll have like a little keto dessert or something that of my choice that I want to eat. Sometimes I'll add in a little snack because I do love to snack on keto. Love to snack on keto snacks, put it that way. But you just want to make sure that your calorie intake is somewhere between 12 to 15. Now you may be wondering, well, how are you getting all of your calories? And you have to think about that when you are cooking with butter or cooking with the olive oil or avocado oil, those add up. So every time that you make your food and you are adding in butter, that is part of your calories. When you do add coconut oil, that again is part of your calories. All right, so speaking of coffee, there has been a lot of controversy around coffee, bulletproof coffee. Should you drink it during your fasting state or just wait until it's time for you to actually eat your meal? If you think about what fasting, really think about what fasting is and do your research on Google. And I think there's a doctor or something, I can't even think of his name, but he mentioned that we put too much into this whole fasting stage. Fasting pretty much means that when you are in a fasting state, your insulin is this low. It is very, very low. As soon as you eat, your insulin rises up, whether if it's keto or if it's carbs. You already know if you're going to eat carbs in your diet, like high carbs, whatever, or eat regular foods, your insulin is going to go higher than someone who is on keto. And then when you're eating more carbs, it takes a little bit longer for your insulin to drop back down, whereas someone who is on keto that is doing 20 net carbs or less, their insulin can drop down quicker. So it may take me 4 hours for my insulin to drop down, with someone who is eating high carbs, it'll take them maybe 5 or 6. That's just an example far as what I have done my research on. But when you are not eating, your insulin is really low. So drinking bulletproof coffee, which you're using, what is it, grass-fed butter, you're using coconut oil, that's nothing, because that is no carbs, that is no sugar. As long as you're not consuming protein, sugar, and protein, sugar, and carbs, your insulin is going to remain low. So is it okay for you to have bulletproof coffee? Yes, it is. Unfortunately, I did not have bulletproof coffee. Maybe it explains why I was having a lot of hungry headaches. Today in church, I had a headache that was so bad. It was terrible. And then on top of it, I had this thick mask on that I could barely breathe. But anywho, that's a whole nother subject. But I believe that tomorrow, when I have my bulletproof coffee in the morning in my fasting state, it is not going to affect my weight loss. I don't believe it is. I am going to still do more of an experiment and see exactly what it will do to my body. But for these past 5 days, I did not have bulletproof coffee. But tomorrow on Monday, I will have a bulletproof coffee just to see if that helps with my hunger pains at all. But again, to each his own. It all depends on how you look at it. That's the bottom line. What I've learned throughout my whole weight loss journey, pretty much I've been on a weight loss journey since 2017. I've been vegan. I have done It Works while vegan. I have let go of everything. Then I tried intermittent fasting, 16 with an 8-hour window to eat. And then I tried keto, and keto has changed my life completely, because that's where I had basically saw all of my weight just suddenly just start to drop. And then by doing OMAD, I am seeing a significant difference in my body. And this is really is amping up my weight loss journey. Do I exercise? Yes, I do. I exercise during my fasting state. You will not fall out, because you're using your fat for fuel, so therefore that's where you get your energy. Throughout this whole process is that I have been eating way too many carbs. Even with being vegan, I was eating way too many carbs, over 100 maybe net gram of carbs, because I will constantly use carbs as my fuel so I can feel full, basically. And my eating times were way off. Even when I was doing the 16 fasting window, I would try to hurry up and squeeze in a little bit of food before my actual fasting started. That's something that, I mean, you can do it, but it's like, I mean, why try to squeeze it in? If you're not hungry, you're not hungry. Is this maintainable? Yes, it is. You can eat one meal a day and be full all the way to the next day. Yes, you will have, I mean, your stomach will growl a little bit, but you will learn how to train your stomach, drink your water, and just go through the process. Trust me, by the time it hits your eating window, you are going to feel satisfied and just adore the food that you have. You just make you a nice big plate and just do small sections of little bit of food, and just take your time during that whole hour phase. Some people take an hour and a half to 2 hours to eat. I just try to do it within that 1 hour. The carb OMAD. I want to try that just to see if my weight fluctuates at all. And then, of course, on Christmas, I'll do the same thing. I'm supposed to be going out of town, so there's like, you know, that vacation. You don't really want to be so restrictive when you're on vacation, but at the same time, you want to be cognizant of what you're doing. Because I do plan on just doing OMAD carb sometime in December, but of course I will let you guys know when I make that transition. I want to smoothly get into that transition versus shock my body. So what I'm going to do is just gradually add like 20 grams of carbs to see if my body even does anything. So getting into what I've been eating, I'm going to show you exactly on this side exactly what I have been eating, and I'm going to do a voiceover. Oh, and before I even get into the whole voiceover, I just want to let you know that I did not cheat, but there was one incident that happened. I grabbed the wrong syrup. I was supposed to grab the 0-calorie syrup and put it on my pancakes, and I had the regular syrup. So mind you that later that night, I did check my ketone levels. I was still high in ketones, producing a lot of ketones. That next morning, I tested my ketones. It was a little bit lighter than that burgundy type color. So this is my first meal. It is after 4 o'clock. So I have leg quarters with bacon and cheese. My green beans, I made 2 eggs. This is 0-carb bread with peanut butter and chia seeds. And this is going to be my meal for the remainder of the night. All right, so day 3, I have a keto cookie. And I have my celery, peanut butter, pancake, and sausage. Ooh, I have my ice. And then I made some lettuce tacos with the hamburger meat, cheese, and salsa. Ooh, bam.
That's like
so today it is Saturday, and I have changed my eating schedule. I am no longer doing it at 4, I'm doing it at 2. Finally got my sugar-free syrup to go on my pancakes. I got a little bit of broccoli, beef hot dog, 3 chickens, and 1 cookie. Not sure if I'm going to have my ice cream, but either way, this is my meal. All right, so today it is day 5. It is Sunday. I am getting ready to have my 0-carb toast with butter. First time eating salmon. I have some green beans. I have a sausage. I have my snack, which is skins. And then I have my nice bowl of salad with cheese and cucumbers and chia seeds. And then I'm going to have my bulletproof coffee. And then for my dessert is this keto chocolate ice cream. And guess what? I am down 5 pounds. Yes, OMAD. And I'm going to finish the rest of my ice from yesterday.